Benjamin Smith was not an ordinary man. He looked ordinary, of course, wrinkled face, tired eyes, a stoop in his walk. He was, after all, 80 years old. But Benjamin had a secret, one that set him apart from every other soul on earth. He was aging in reverse. It started subtly, a softening of the lines around his eyes, a newfound spring in his step. At first he dismissed it as wishful thinking. The mind, he thought, playing tricks on the old. But as weeks turned into months, the changes became impossible to ignore. His hair, once a shock of white, darkened to a distinguished grey. His reflection in the mirror, once a stranger, began to resemble the man he used to know. The doctor, a kind but bewildered man named Samuel, had no explanation. The tests, the scans, the endless poking and prodding all came back normal, yet there was Benjamin, growing younger by the day.
It's like watching a film in reverse, only this time it's real life.
News of Benjamin's condition spread like wildfire. What began as hushed whispers in the corridors of the local hospital soon became front-page news. Scientists, doctors and researchers from around the globe descended upon the small town, eager to unravel the mystery of Benjamin Smith. He became a lab rat, poked and prodded, scanned and analyzed. Through it all, Benjamin remained remarkably calm. He understood the curiosity, the insatiable thirst for knowledge that drove these people. He was, after all, a medical marvel, a glitch in the matrix of life and death. Yet part of him yearned for the simplicity of his former life, the quiet anonymity that was now a distant memory. The media attention was relentless. Cameras followed his every move, microphones thrust into his face, questions fired at him from all directions. He became a reluctant celebrity, his life story splashed across newspapers and television screens. They called him the man who cheated time, the reverse Benjamin Button, the enigma of aging. As Benjamin grew younger, those around him continued to age. His wife, Eleanor, her hair now silver, her eyes reflecting a lifetime of memories, watched him with a mixture of love and sorrow. She held his hand, her touch a familiar comfort in a world that seemed to be turning upside down. Their children, too, felt the weight of his reverse aging. They were adults when he was a frail old man, and now, as he regained his youth, they were facing their own mortality. The natural order of life, the comforting cycle of birth and death, had been thrown into disarray. He watched his grandchildren grow up, then saw their own children born. Each milestone, each passing year, a bittersweet reminder of the time he was gaining and the time they were losing. The fear of losing them, of seeing them fade while he remained, was a constant ache in his heart. Life took on a surreal quality. Benjamin, once retired and enjoying his twilight years, found himself re-entering the workforce. He started as a consultant, his years of experience now a valuable asset. Then, as he grew younger, he transitioned into more demanding roles, his body and mind regaining the vigor of his prime. He watched, amused, as colleagues who were once his juniors became his seniors once more. They treated him with a mixture of respect and bewilderment, their faces etched with the passage of time that seemed to have bypassed him. He had become a living paradox, a man out of sync with the natural rhythm of life. Retirement, once a welcome respite, now felt like a cruel joke. He was, by all accounts, a teenager trapped in a world that no longer understood him. He longed for the camaraderie of his peers, for the shared experiences and dreams of youth. But for Benjamin, youth was a burden, a constant reminder of the life he had already lived and the loved ones he had lost along the way.